Hey guys, it's Bharath Ghani with Urban Asian in conjunction with Side Hustle Desi.
And I'm Sapna Mehta here, co host and co founder of Side Hustle Desi with Bharath here.
Absolutely. So, welcome to episode one
Yes.
of Side Hustle Desi, a brand new platform for Desis who hustle on the side.
Yeah, goes with the name, right?
Right? Absolutely.
I think what makes us unique and different is that we got a modern spin on Desis today. I mean, we are a very cool population, I think, and we need to showcase that, I feel. And I think this podcast will do that part. So I'm really excited.
Absolutely. So, let's talk a little bit more about how we came up with this idea.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we met through mutual friends.
That's right. We met through mutual friends and we became good friends.
Yeah.
And then we talked a lot about what you do as well. And sort of we wanted to create something. You've always wanted to create something for yourself. And also in collaboration with Urban
Right.
Asian.
Yeah.
And I think this is a unique platform that two people have a lot of background that could really speak to the Desi population.
Yeah.
You've been around the world, living almost in different parts of the continents, So I think you'd be a great influence and component to bring Desis more aware of
Yeah.
our generations. So I think the newer generations is very much important as well. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit more about ourselves and our childhoods and growing up and all that. So let's start with you, Sapna.
Sure. Well, I was born and raised in California mostly. I was born in New Jersey, but we moved out from New Jersey to California when I was one. My brother was three. And my father came to the US from India for chemical engineering. He got his master's degree and worked for over 30 years at a company called Flora Corporation in Irvine, actually. I'm an Orange County native mostly. And I lived in New York City getting my graduate degree at NYU and worked in brand strategy, brand advertising for pharmaceutical, healthcare, and retail. So I always came from a creative side, kind of like yourself.
Mm.
So I think that's where I think, really found ourselves. Both the relations to the fact of our background, right? And me having a creative and brand strategy background, I think influenced you into talking to me about
Mm.
creating something and
Yeah.
co-hosting something. So
No, absolutely. I think you know, to the audience, Sapna has been a great friend, uh, brand advisor, almost like a mentor and friend. More importantly, a friend. And so I thought it was a perfect match because as artists, as entertainers, I think a lot of us don't understand that we are brands in ourselves, so we need to learn how to brand ourselves. So I think at times, more importantly than a manager or an A&R or an agent, I think a brand advisor or brand strategist is a lot more important than those two, right? So so a little bit more about myself. I was born in Singapore. I am the son of a TV host. His name was Uthman Ghani. His name is Uthman Ghani. So I was born into the industry in Singapore. So my dad was a Tamil TV host in Singapore, Malaysia, and Tamil speaking territories. So, went around to, India, Canada, the UK. I was born in Singapore, grew up in New York, Australia, and LA. So, it's something that I've always wanted to do. But at the same time, I was so involved in music
mhm.
as a kid.
Yeah,
So when I was in high school, I was in a punk rock band,
that's right.
and we got signed. So I thought that was the thing. Before that, though, I wanted to become a professional soccer player, right? So I was really into soccer. I was good.
Multi-talented.
I was in the state team and all that, but realistically, um, soccer, unless you're the very best of the best, it's a very limited time that you have in that career, right? Most people are retired from the sport at like 29, 30, right?
Yeah.
You know, unless you're like Messi or someone
That's
like that who's still going, right? So, as destiny would have it, I played for a club and I got injured in my final game at high school, right? My final high school soccer game. Is that Priya? Probably is
That may
Priya.
be our guests coming through the doors, yeah.
But yeah, so that's me. But that actually, you know, taught me that you should actually have a profession or a gig where you use your brains, use your voice, use your so that you don't have to rely on your body too much, right? So that especially in terms of longevity, right? So yeah, so that is a little bit more about me, but we'll keep talking about ourselves.
There's a lot more on you, but you can have your own podcast episode. I think, you know, for sure.
Yeah,
a lot of storytelling on your background, and just you have a unique and different background. You know, just being an athlete. And artist, as well as having your own brand, I think, also. And you've done a lot in that.
And, you know, that's actually what really drew me to you, is that you made me realize that, no, like, it's like each and every one of us is our own brand. So we have to learn how to brand ourselves. We can be humble, but we need to be on point with what we're doing and actually express ourselves and
yeah, especially in this environment, right?
100%.
And in the Desi population, I think it's more so than ever. There's just so much talent out there, and so much to tell, you know, 100%. And so much stories to tell of different people and their backgrounds, and like yourself, like just having the very talented background that you have, you know, should be showcased, I think, especially with the younger generation as well. You know?
Yeah, and I think that is vital. I think just being an example to the younger generation, regardless they see or not, just having them have a blueprint of what they could be, I think is very important. I think for us, for me, I had Jay Sean at least when I was about 10 years old. You know, Jay Sean came onto the scene, and I was like, oh wow, you can be brown and do it. You know, you can be all of these things. So having that was a great, but I think there's a lot of things we need to, you know, understand from that as well. Like you still have to have a plan B as well. You have to go to college, you have to have an education, but still follow your passion. Don't you know, I got a lot of bad advice when I was starting in the, you know, industry, where like a lot of people were, this is like when Spotify and streaming services were just getting introduced. So, you know, at the time you could make a living just being a musician, but now it's different. You have to diversify. You have to, you know, dabble with like a lot of things. You have to have a side hustle. You know, you can't just be a singer, a musician, and expect
even
it.
Just can't,
unless you're Taylor Swift.
I mean, even these days, not just even a medical doctor. You have to have the marketing background as well. You have to have the creative background to be a doctor sometimes. Think different. Even an engineer. There's a lot of creative things that are happening with AI right now. So computer sciences have changed. The evolution of computer science today has changed. So always being able to brand yourself and create something unique and different is an evolution of yourself, you know? So yeah, I'm excited about working with you, and I think it's going to be a great team.
Yes.
And we're going to have some very interesting, unique people that will be joining us as our guests here. So yeah, lots to look forward to.
Lots to look forward to, and lots to eat as well. If you know me from Urban Asian, you'll know that I love food, and I try to end off every episode with Urban Asian by, you know, having some food and asking people what they like to eat, especially like Desi food. I feel like it's very unique, and you know, it's different. So like I like introducing that to my audience.
Yeah.
So
Rather, I mean, if you're Desi or just non-Desi,
yeah.
I think it's just a unique twist.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
if
your
you can see, we got some pani puri, we got
Pani Puri.
samosas. I didn't know there were
We got
gonna
some
be
Pani Puri
samosas.
shots, right? It's the evolution of pani. You gotta have it in shot glasses.
Shot glasses. I mean, mango lassi. I grew up drinking mango lassi in like a baby bottle.
Right.
So,
We're adults. There might be a little. No, there's nothing in there. Just lassi, yogurt.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. So this has been the intro to Side Hustle Desi. Welcome.
Welcome.
We encourage you to follow our journey and to follow us on all platforms and to just grow with us in this journey. Let's do this together for all of us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.